good to see you. Welcome to my channel, The Baking Diva. Wow, I'm in New Jersey and it's hot today. It's November. It's got to be like 80 degrees. We've had the air on and it's been this way for the last few days. Crazy for November. And I'm hot. I'm using my Chiefs tumbler to keep on the side in case I get thirsty. I'm not really a big sports fan, but I do like the Chiefs, and they're 8-0 now. So I'm hoping maybe they'll get into the Super Bowl, and then I'll finally enjoy watching it. Because I even have a shirt that says something like, I'm only here for the food and halftime. I don't know. But anyway, today I'm making something savory for you. And I'm making for you low and slow oven baked ribs. These are so easy to make, and trust me, they will fall off the bone. And that's how I like my ribs. Some people think ribs are only for the summer to do on the barbecue. When I say slow, I don't mean a slow cooker, I mean in the oven. So anyway, what do you say we get started? You won't believe how easy these are to make and how delicious they taste. So here I bought 2 slabs of baby back ribs. Actually, I bought them in Aldi's because I went to their grand opening the other day. I did a video on it, and there was a good price, and I just was in the mood for ribs, so I bought them. So let me hold one up for you. There's a lot of meat on these, and some ribs come with the membrane along the bone side, and some do not. I thought this didn't have the membrane, but when I double checked, it did. So I took it off. But an easy way to take off your membrane is take like a knife. It can be a regular knife or a butter knife. I've already done it. Put your smaller knife under there, make a little cut, and take a paper towel because it's easy to pull it, and like kind of cut it through, and then take your paper towel and it'll pull right up. So I didn't have any trouble doing these. They came out good. So anyway, because normally I don't like having to take the membrane off it. I prefer to buy them when they take the membrane off, but they didn't, and that's okay. All right, so I washed my hands. If you prefer, you can use gloves, but my hands are clean. God gave me these, and I'm going to use them. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven. Now, remember I said slow and slow? Preheated my oven to 225 degrees, okay? So you know the 225 degrees is a low oven. Now, what I'm going to do first is I have olive oil, and I am going, well, I'll do one for you, and then I'll do the other one off camera. But I'm going to take olive oil, and I'm going to rub it with my hands on the both sides and the end of the ribs. And the reason you do this is because if you put any seasoning or rubs on it, the olive oil helps it to stick to it. So let me just pour a little bit of olive oil on here, and I'm gonna show these babies how much I love them. I'm gonna massage them with a little bit of olive oil. Get it on the sides here. There we go. Okay. And just rub it in a little bit. Nothing fancy. Now, if you see little pieces like this hanging off like this, just take your kitchen shears and cut it right off. You don't need that on there. And the same with the edge. Like this edge I can see is a little weird. So I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut off that edge. Yeah, just to even it out a little bit. So let me see. Turn it over. Yeah, see this side? See, it has meat on it, but it has a little, I don't know. I guess there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to just trim it off a little bit. Yes, just do a little bit on this end. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. And I'm going to put a little oil on this side, olive oil I'm using. Okay. Massage the ribs. Massage the ribs. They'll feel better and they'll taste better when they're nice and relaxed. There you go. Now this one has a little bit of fat on the side that I don't like, so I'm going to cut that little fat off there too. So just examine it, and if there's anything that you want to cut off, just feel free to cut it off. You wipe my hands here. Be right back. I'm going to go wash my hands. Okay, I'm back. Now, you can use a rub on these, any kind of rub you like. I happen to have here Famous Dave's Rib Rub, and it's a seasoning for ribs. And I'm going to use, it says perfect for pork on it, and I'm also going to use salt and pepper on these. So let me sprinkle some of my Dave's Rib Rub on here. You can be generous with it. And some people don't even want to put a rub on it. Some people just want to salt and pepper it, and that's fine too. And you're going to take your hand and press the rub into there. Okay. Get the ends and the sides. Okay. Press Dave in there. All right. I'm going to flip it over and put some of Dave on the other side. All right. Okay. Just press it in. Put as much or as little as you like on there. Okay, on the sides. All righty. Okay. You happy? Yes. All righty. And now I'm going to just put a little salt and pepper on there. Okay. These are so good. And you know what's great about these? When you see how long they take to cook, low and slow, you can just go around the house, do other things. You can go shopping, which I'm planning on doing because I need a few things. But once you get this part done, all you have to do is pop them in the oven. Okay, so now that I have my rub on there, whoopsie, this is heavy, and my salt and pepper, I'm going to get a baking pan here. Now, I've seen some people use like a sheet pan, like a cookie pan, but I think I'm going to use just like a baking pan like this. I am making a mess. I should have used an apron. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take my ribs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this dish with aluminum foil. I happen to have the heavy-duty aluminum foil, and it's bigger too, so it works good for ribs. And it keeps your pan nice too. So I'm going to cover my pan with the aluminum foil. If you want, cover it ahead of time, and you don't have to do it, but I'm on camera here, so I want to show you what I'm doing. There we go. 2 of my grandsons are here for dinner tonight, and they love ribs, so hopefully they're going to love mine. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take these, and I'm not sure if it's going to fit. If it doesn't fit, I might have to put it sideways or cut a piece off. So let me grab a hold of this, and put it in. Well, if I go sideways like that, I don't know. I think it'll be all right. Why not? I'll try it. Okay. Looks good to me. Alrighty. Now, what I'm going to do next is going to cover my dish with aluminum foil, and that's pretty important. You're going to cover it and seal it well, but you want it to like steam in there. Here we go. Move that out of the way. Just tighten it on the sides. So really, so far, all we did was we trimmed the membrane off, which I did off camera, and someone told me they bought their ribs in Costco and there was no membrane on them. So I guess it depends on the butcher and where you buy them. But these did have a membrane on, but they didn't take me long to take it off. All right, so this is all covered really good. Now, if you're using baby back ribs, which I am, you're going to put it in that slow oven, that 225 degree oven for 3.5 hours. And that's going to give you time to do something else you have to do in the house. Or go out. You'll be back in 3.5 hours. Now, if you're using like the St. Louis style ribs, they're the bigger ribs, then you leave it in for 4 hours. I took them out of the oven. At 3.5 hours, I drained the juice out of the pans and I flipped over the ribs, so now the meat side is on top. And now I'm going to use my little brush here, my basting brush, and I'm going to baste them all with barbecue sauce. Now, you can use any type you want. We happen to like Sweet Baby Ray's. This is the award-winning barbecue sauce. So I'm going to squirt some of it on the top of the ribs. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to brush them all over the top and the sides. Now I'll put a picture in for you what they look like when I put the barbecue sauce on them. Then I'm going to return them to the oven uncovered for 20 minutes. Now I will tell you, they are fall off the bone. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other one off camera. I'm gonna put them both in the oven, and I will be back in 3.5 hours, and I will show you what we do with these ribs next. Okay, so stay tuned because you won't want to miss the taste testing. When we bite into these, I don't even think you need a knife and fork. The meat just falls off them. So I'll be back. Oh, and I should tell you, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you. I'm approaching 10,000. It'll take me a little while, but you know, it's tough to get up there, so every little bit helps. So I'll be back. Okay, now I'm going to return these babies to the oven, like I said, uncovered, and then we're going to serve them. And I just made some French fries to go with them. Okay, all right, Sweet Baby Ray. I'm going to put them back in the oven and I'll be right back. Okay, I should get my dinner bell. It's time to eat. So I'm going to cut one in half now and do a little taste testing for you. But I can tell you that they fall right off the bone. So let me stand up and cut one of these. Oh boy, oh yes. Look at this, alrighty. Look it, there's a couple of bones in there. Fell right off. Don't even need a knife for this, let me tell you. Oh my goodness, look at this. Falls right off. Let me taste it and I'll tell you what I think. Oh. It's delicious. Delicious. So make these. Just remember what I said. They're so easy to prepare. Put them in the oven for 3.5 hours. Go out shopping or whatever. And come back. Do the second part of it with the barbecue sauce, and you have a fantastic dinner. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. I have some holiday recipes coming up, both sweet and savory. And thanks for watching. Love you all. See you soon. I'm going to eat my ribs.